Today we are going to make a new section of our collage. It's going to be on value. We're going to make our value scales with cross contour drawings. In order to complete these drawings, we're going to use a Sharpie marker. And we're going to draw our first curvy line from the tip of our triangle. We're going to make it curve around like this. And that's our middle line. We don't want to lose the middle line. So there it is. It's the only one going this direction. So it could be, for me it's vertical, could be horizontal for you, but for me it's vertical. And I'm going to draw a couple horizontal lines in. They're also going to be squiggly and curvy. Do one thin one. Alright, so I have a couple squiggly lines in there, and I'm going to create cross contours by having them look, giving them form, having them look like they're going separate ways. So in order to do that, on this side of my middle line, I'm going to draw rainbows or frowny faces. Like this. They can be close together or far apart, doesn't matter. But then on this side of my line, I'm going to do the opposite. So it could be a smiley face or an upside down rainbow. So we can call those lines there. Right, and I will do that in every one of these sections. This one's a really big section, so I'm going to go my rainbow lines coming over. Then my smiling up lines. Like this. And I'll fill in all these sections so that in the end, it'll look like this. Now, I've already started adding a little bit of value to this. My darkest values are here, 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 and here. My lightest values are here, and here, and here, right? So we're going to see how I did that. I used just a regular purple marker. And I drew in some lines. What we're going to do as a class for our value scale is start at one end of our contour shape, make it dark on one end and light on the other end. In order to make it dark to light, the sections that are dark need to have lots of purple in them. So I'm going to start over here with my small section, and I'm going to draw in some purple lines, basically enough to fill in those shapes. I'm going to draw several of them in there. And then as I want it to get lighter, I'm going to draw less lines and spread them out more. Now, instead of putting my lines right in the middle of a shape, I'm putting them along my black line so that they're not just out in the middle. And the lighter I get, the less purple I want to add. So I have a lot of dark purple over here, then I get lighter on this side, right? Filled in with a lot of lines on this side, not very many lines on that side. Now, Mrs. Art Garvin sprinkled some magic powder in our waters today. I saw her do it. So we're going to use regular old paintbrush, right? We're going to dip it in our water. And then we're going to spread our markers with this water. Sometimes it takes a little while for the spreading to begin, but after it does, it'll spread out and we can see how it turned into kind of paint here and here. So we're going to paint these, making sure we get the water right on top of that marker. And you also want to not paint your whole thing up and down like this. That doesn't work. We want to stay right on our marker swoops, one little section at a time, so that we get our value, so it doesn't all become one value. And as we get down to our smaller swoops of purple, or whichever color you choose, they're going to be lighter. You can still get the whole section wet. It'll spread that purple around there. And then we've gone from our darkest value to our lightest value. On my next line, I can make my darkest value start over here and get lighter over here, so that they're alternating. All right? When you're doing this, you are only going to choose one color. So I've chosen purple. That's my color. Okay? I'm also only going to fill one section of my collage with value. If I finish my section of value, I can go back and fill in the shape mandala if I didn't finish it, or my line section if I didn't finish it. So those are our options for today. When I get my paper, I will draw my cross contour lines. I will choose one color. And I will make value. Starting at one side. And going to the other. All right. Just as a reminder, our cross contour lines are drawn with the black Sharpies. Our coloring in are with the regular markers. One color per person. Capiche? All right.